Hi everybody. So Gary Lineker is on the naughty step. Gary Lineker, if you don't know, was one of the footballing greats here in England. England footballer, striker, prolific goal scorer. And on his retirement, he turned TV pundit and TV presenter, presenting some top television shows, usually to do with football and sport. And this week he made some comments that were not mainstream, and he objected to the government's stance against refugees coming in on boats across the channel. And he merely said some comments that he disagreed with it, and he compared the government to some of the rulings that have been meted out in Germany in the 1930s. And he has been put on the naughty step because of that. And what this just highlights to me again is a couple of things. Firstly, do we sideline people simply because they don't agree with what we think? Do we brand people as haters just because their thoughts are not what is popular on social media at the moment? But also, we're entitled to have an opinion, but it doesn't necessarily mean we should always say what it is. Now, I've got opinions on various issues, and there are so many contentious issues these days that one can sprout an opinion on, whether it's the LGBTQ plus community, whether it's gay rights and gay marriage, whether it's abortion, whether it's refugee status, whether it's right down to small things like the selection of a football team. That's all opinion-based, and the selection of a rugby team, politics and how the country should be run, and Brexit, and you name it. They are, and the COVID and the vaccines. There are so many different things that people can have opinions on. But my fear is that we're becoming a society where if what the person is saying is not agreed with by you and your friends, they're branded as haters, they're branded as outsiders, they're branded as nasty, mean, when in fact they're not. They're really lovely people. They merely have a different point of view because they come from a different place. They were raised in a different way. Their life experience has been different to yours. They're going to a different place in their destiny here on earth. And they just simply see things differently. That doesn't mean that they're a hater. It just means they are different. What makes you so confident that your opinion is correct, that you've actually cornered the market on correctness and the right way of viewing a certain subject? We've got to be very, very careful how we deal with people. I think with Gary Lineker now being stepped down from his role as presenting Match of the Day, one of the longest running shows in the history of British television, where they show the highlights of Premier League football matches late on a Saturday night. He stepped down from that, and standing in solidarity with him, various others such as Alan Shearer, Ian Wright, have actually stepped down. They usually help him on the show and as pundits, and they've said, well, we're not going to be there if he's not going to be there, because he was simply expressing his freedom of speech. And he was saying what he thought about a certain thing. That does not make him evil. It doesn't make him wrong. It makes him a human being, as much as you and I are human beings who see things from a certain point of view. You see, I can hold up an object. For instance, I can hold up a remote control. Okay. Now, if I hold up this remote control and I can say to you, well, I can see the Netflix button on here, and I can see the YouTube button, and I can see the mute button, and I can see the volume button, it's all there. You'll be saying to me, I can't see that. No, it's because you're seeing it from a different point of view, you see. But suddenly if I turn it around, you can see all of those things because now you're seeing it from my point of view. And so I can say here, I can go like this, and I can say, well, I'm going to give you my opinion on what I can see, and you're going to say to me, well, you're an absolute hater. How can you say that? Because it's not there. Those things are not there. You're making things up. You're fabricating things. And suddenly you see it from my point of view, and you see that actually I wasn't entirely wrong. I was actually quite right. And so when we venture people's opinions, we're seeing things from different points of view. We've got to be mature enough to listen to what people are saying, to absorb their point of view and understand that it's because of where they come from. So long as their point of view is not racist, it's not full of hatred, it's not full of nastiness. I've always said, if your religion requires you to hate somebody, you need a new religion. If your belief system requires you to hate somebody, you need a new belief system. And that's not an opinion. There I'm stating something that is preventing you from harming other people and harming yourself, in fact. So Gary Lineker's on the naughty step. I wonder how long he'll stay there. And he's completely unrepentant, and as he should be, in what he said, because he's got nothing to repent of. He ventured an opinion. And having an opinion that is different to somebody else's does not make you a hater. Catch you again soon. Bye-bye.